Hello everybody, it's Tiffany again. Please subscribe to my channel and give you a little. My channel is going to be mostly about books, new and old, also about book boxing, so opening book boxes. So I will be opening some book boxes on my channel, and also I'm going to hopefully get into some makeup. I like makeup, and I definitely would like to do some tutorials for 40 plus women, hooded eyes and such. Anyway, but for today's video is my July 2019 book haul. I don't do a lot of book hauls because I don't have anywhere to do them. I went on vacation at the beginning of July, and I got myself a very big chunk of books. So I'm going to go through all of those right now and keep watching. Again, if you like what you see, just hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe. Okay, so for the first set of books we went to a used bookstore, and basically what I did was I bought some books that I've read, and I didn't really have a lot of money when I've read them in the past, but I wanted to buy them and put them in my actual book collection. And that first one is the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins, and also she's coming out with a prequel, so I'm kind of excited to read that. And the next set of books that I bought, again, to just add to my collection that are books I've read but I never owned, is Insurgent and Allegiant. I don't have Divergent yet. I'm going to try to get that. But, again, a lot of people have read these, so that's my next book. And then I got Red Rising, and I'm a little late to the game because I've been a full-time college student and a full-time employee for about 5 years now, so I'm a little behind on the reading game. But I got A Darker Side of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I've heard a lot of really good reviews on this. I'm pretty excited to read it, so I got that. And then the last thing I picked up that was used at the bookstore is called Classic Tales of Horror, the Canterbury Classics. And I'm so excited about this. I only spent $8 on that. See? $8. And I was just looking at this at the Barnes & Noble store where I got the rest of my books, and it was like $25 or $30. So I was pretty excited to get this for $8, and it's in really good condition. So anyways, these are like my pre-owned books. So next up are my books that I bought at either Barnes & Noble, Target, maybe Walmart. I'm not sure, but I bought books all over the place. And so this one is called The Gilded Wolves, and I got this on, actually I got this on eBay. It is the OwlCrate edition, so I'm sure this book's been out for a little bit, and I've been eyeballing it, but I finally bought it and I'm really excited to read this. It looks really, really good, and the cover is really, really pretty. The next book I got was Sorcery of Thorns. Yes, everybody's heard of Sorcery of Thorns. I'm very excited to read this. I cannot wait to start, but I am just so far behind on my to-be-read list, especially because, you know, Stranger Things 3 came out, and now Orange is the New Black came out, so I'm kind of preoccupied on top of the new Veronica Mars. So I've been cheating on reading with binge watching Hulu and Netflix. Anyway, the next book I bought was We Hunt the Flame, and I bought this one because it's the YA Book Club Collector's Edition, so I'm kind of excited. Not sure what it's about, but anything that is young adult, I'm down for reading. The next one that I got was Aurora Rising, and I am right now I'm reading Illuminae, which that reminds me, I don't have that book up here with me at the moment. It's downstairs because I'm currently reading it. So I'm currently reading Illuminae, and it was one that I bought as well in July. But anyway, I'm currently reading Illuminae, which is the same two authors, and I really like this. Anything that's, the year 2380, right up my alley. Perfect. The next book I bought is called The Alchemist by Michael Scott, and I think the whole series is complete. Again, I may be kind of late to the game on this one. I believe it's a young adult book, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. But I do know that it sounds really, really good. And I got the Barnes & Noble special edition, so I'm ready to jump into this one too. Next up, I got 4 Dead Queens. And disclaimer, I thought this was part of the 3 Dark Crowns series, so I bought it, and it's also a Barnes & Noble edition. And I then got home and realized that it's not. So this is a brand new series, and I'm excited to read this, and I'm also excited to read 3 Dark Crowns. However, I did not get this second book in the series because that's what I thought this was. Yeah, I need to get it together, don't I? Okay, and the next one is Wilder Girls by Rory Power, and I had to order this one in the mail because when I was out of town at Barnes & Noble, they did not have this one out yet. It was not out. It came out the following week, I believe. And then the next one is called Right Behind You by Lisa Gardner. It is an adult thriller. I got it on the sale rack for like $4, I think. But it's about this 13-year-old girl who ends up living with an FBI agent. There's a killer on the loose. I'm not sure, but it looks good because I really like adult thrillers, and I definitely wanted to buy a few adult books. Next up is called The Last One by Alexandria Olivia. I have no idea how old this book is. I bought it at a Goodwill for like $1, $1.50, something really cheap. And from what I read, it looks like it's about a set of contestants that kind of go and live in the wild, and they're going to, live off the land. They're going to record it. I mean, it's kind of like, The Last People on Earth. I think that's what it's called. It's a show. But anyway, while they're out there filming this reality TV show, something really does happen in real life, or that's what they think. So I don't know if something actually happens or if it's more of a, we're going to trick the people into thinking something happens. But anyway, it's kind of a thriller, sort of, and it's an adult book, so I'm kind of excited about it. I don't read a lot of adult books, but when I do, it's that. And then the next one that I bought, it's called the After series. Well, I didn't buy the whole series, but it's called After by Anna Todd, and she actually started this series on Wattpad, and it's now becoming a major motion picture. So it's actually being made into a movie. And I chewed and chewed and chewed on this for a while, but then I thought, well, who doesn't like a little bit of these books? I mean, I read all the Jamie Maguire, books that are in the similar genre, and Abby Glines and Jessica Sorensen. So I thought, what the hell? Maybe I'll like this. And I went ahead and bought the second book as well because I thought, why not have a couple of books to decide if I want to finish the series? But the only thing is they are really, they are thick. I mean, like the second book is like 700 pages. Yeah, it's about 700 pages, and the first book is 600. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about those too much longer, but yeah, we'll see. And then next up are my final book haul, and these here are actually book box books. So these are books that I've got in the mail in July for my book box subscriptions. So the first one is called The Chosen by Taryn Matharu. I'm so sorry if I butcher the name. I don't know how to pronounce this author's last name. I have read this book, and apparently he has a summoner series already on good bestsellers list. So anyway, I read the book, and it is about a group of people at this detention school. They've gotten in trouble, kids. They just disappear out of nowhere and then wake up in the middle of nowhere. They have no idea where they are, and there's just a bunch of weird things going on. Like, they were told that they have, so many days until they have to fight. They don't even know what they're fighting for. They don't know where they are at. They don't know how they got there, because there's a lot of really weird things going on. Like, there's dinosaurs, and there's like 2 moons, and there's people that should be dead. And anyway, it's really confusing to follow, but the end was really good, and I will probably read the second book just because the end leaves you like, what the hell just happened? And maybe those are the best books. I don't know. But then the next book I got was Wicked Saints, and this one was actually a May Owlcrate book, but I bought it in July because I wanted the book, and I wanted the things that came along with the book box, and there was an extra one. So I bought it. So technically it was May, but I didn't buy it till July. So that's why I'm counting it as a July book, and it has the special, the different cover. And then the next book, it's called Spin the Dawn. And I got this in my actual July Owlcrate book box. And from what I've read about it, it's kind of like Mulan. And she's a female warrior, trying to just make her way. And again, I may be butchering this. I don't know a lot about it. I'm hoping to be able to read it within the next month or so. And then the last book, which I don't have upstairs with me because I'm also reading it along with Illuminae, is Red, White, and Royal Blue. It is an adult LGBTQ book with the president's son and then the prince in England. So they have like a love story, and wait a minute. That was my June book. Shit. July. Okay. So my July book box is my adult book box from Unplugged is called The Daughters of Temperance Hobbs by Catherine Howe. And it is about some witches. This lady is looking up her family heritage and finds out that there's some witches that go all the way back to the 1600s, all the way back to Salem. I haven't read this yet. It looks really good, and I'm hoping to get this read as soon as possible. The Red, White, and Royal Blue book is on my TBR list, and I'm reading it right now, but it is not a book I got in July. I got it in June. I'm not sure why I thought I got it in July. Sorry about that. But anyway, that's it for my July haul, other than I did buy a few ebooks, but I don't have the physical book to show y'all. So anyway, my book stacks right here, more over here. Again, if you like this, hit like. If there's anything else you would like to see, let me know. I am definitely planning on doing a top 5 books from my book boxes. So from January through June, I'm planning on doing my top 5, and I'll probably put that up by the 31st. And then at the end of the year, I will do my top 5 from July to December, through December. Because I do definitely several BookBox subscriptions a month, and I'd like to delve into that a little bit. All right, thank you so much.